So first down here as they go back to work. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The corners are walked up tight. Back to pass, it's Singleton. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
The Rams will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Wide open spaces. The 20. Touchdown, Utah State. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Utah State, 28. Colorado State, 10.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish, and they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll run play action. Lets it fly. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Rams will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Firing to the right, complete. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn.
Breaks into the open. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
Gets it out fast. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football instead.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, just nothing happening that time for the QB, right? RPO keeps it. He's trying to throw, nobody there. He tries to buy time, getting out to his right-hand side, but the defense took everything away and just forced the quarterback to have to eat the football.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Going for 6. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Just drives in between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Give to the running back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Rams racing to the line in the hurry-up.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hope.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
He gets a block. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to...
Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies!
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Rourke. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll leave it with the lone back. There he goes. And they're able to get him on the ground. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Rams really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Makes the play in the backfield again, and the defense can use a timeout and get the ball back here. The Rams decide to punt it away.
Number 18 on to punt it away.
Catches it at the 30. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Man, that's great defense. Break on the football. Make sure they don't get the touchdown, but those are the opportunities you have to just pull that in, make the big play, stop the bleeding. They've had a long drive, and really shift that momentum back to your offense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He'll take another shot here. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. Under fire. A strike downfield. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. One more snap coming before halftime. Let's go. Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, Utah State. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
Number 83 with a catch in the end zone.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the 2nd quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the 2nd half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Fort Collins.
Utah State about to kick it off to open the 2nd half. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive of the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, it's picked off. Not the 2nd half start they'd hoped for.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away, because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Try to barge their way in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Aggies!
And after starting the season 0-1, they knew they needed more from their offense in this game. Just had to find ways to make more explosive plays, and that's what they've been able to do. They've executed at a tremendous level. I really like the quarterback play and the leadership that he's showing. And because of that, they look like they're going to get back to 500. And let's see where this team can go.
He'll bring it out. It's Marino. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. He'll keep it himself. Runs through a tackle.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heel.
Turning it on! And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to throw. It's Singleton. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an...
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Rams send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
From the gun, running back gets to give. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, he's got some space. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah State.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Lowers those pads. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. The Rams just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. From the gun, the ground game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. And the Rams will punt it away on 4th down. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. The quarter comes to a close. Utah State has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Let's go. The running back has it. He has the 1st and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and then throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want.
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
66, Colorado State, 10.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Rourke. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They'll move the wide receiver. Going to the running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has...
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
The Rams will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll field the punt and take it back. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is...
Oh, he found a space on the right. Touchdown, Utah State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. San Jose State is putting on an offensive clinic. They built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Back to throw, it's Kendricks. Oh, they're after him. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Hauls in the deep ball. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got him this time. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Rams are moving quickly down the field. He'll do it himself. Ball is loose. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the 1st down marker.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well, and they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. To the air, it's Kendricks. Here's a heat. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold on.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. That incompletion brings up 3rd down for the offense. Got it, looking for the first down. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down.
Looking for the end zone. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Handoff from the gun. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Gonna take a shot. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard, but you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the